It's not VJ, it's Vaji.
Mm-hmm.
Thus welcomes you to another episode of Straight No Chaser, where
Oh,
clearly we speak just like we speak in our group chat without
chaos.
coordination, much chaos. It's
Yeah.
amazing, and I'm sure you loved it. With us today we have the lovely Bahar Chima.
Woo woo.
We have the lovely Jans,
Hi,
also known as Mandy.
man.
The
Mansley.
lovely Mansday, sorry, Mansday. The lovely
There you go.
problem, Rohan.
Wagwan.
And there's a
You
me.
want us
Hi
to introduce you?
guys.
Hold on. And there is hailing from Sawan in Trinidad and Tobago. She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss Rachel's place.
Wow. Good job, friend.
She is celebrity friend of a friend of a friend, Giselle Canson.
We do have a celebrity guest tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Fresh
Rachel!
off of a series of shows.
Yes, just off
Mhm.
of a series of shows and also into a series of shows. I've been acting, for those of you that do not know. I act with the Labukan Creative Center, and we just did a full production called Redemption Time based around the Grenadian Revolution. And I can say that it was pretty good. Everybody here, besides B, I'm sorry, was able to attend.
It was amazing, and now you're on tour.
And now I'm on tour.
On tour.
Yeah, we're doing some plays, not the Redemption Time one, but some other ones are in every parish. That's why I'm going up to the Sister Island next week.
The
Yeah. Huh?
Kaku.
Kaku.
Yeah.
I found the grandma, by the way.
Ooh, send it in the chatty.
And if I could
I see someone have a
how
new
will the
phone.
people see? Yes, but this is
Somebody
my
just
old
have
phone.
No, is it?
Oh.
I saw the ring
This is my
around.
new phone.
Okay.
Look
Here.
at you.
All right.
This is my older phone.
Oh,
Clearly, I've sold myself to Apple.
Clearly, yeah?
Clearly.
Now you're going to be one of
And
those
this is
content
the
creators that
backside.
have 25 phones on the hip.
mm,
Please God, I don't want that for myself. I'm literally taking all my clients and putting it on that new phone and keeping my stuff on this phone because I don't want to accidentally leak a nude on a client's page.
yeah.
If I leak it on my page, it's fine. You know, on a client's page, maybe not so much.
Yeah, it's how to lose a client in a second.
Exactly.
Right?
In two shapes.
In two shakes.
Or, how to get that client to be forever because they're getting more views on their page.
Data.
Mm.
It's true.
Right.
It's the
And
new
that,
marketing tactic, you know?
right? That's how you make it positive.
It's called the Kim Kardashian baby.
Woohoo!
Woohoo.
The girl is on the cover of GQ eating cheap puffs in a suit.
Telling me.
I really don't understand her being on the cover for Man of the Year. I need to read
Yeah,
the
I saw
article for me
that.
to like kind of wrap my head, not to wrap my head around it, but just to understand like the creative behind it. Because good for her. Like I love that. Love that for her. I think the pictures look amazing. I love the whole wet look, baggy suit, eating Cheetos vibes. I feel like that's pretty cool. But why did Malia a slappy
Ish.
slap in maybe some men who've done a lot for the year? Every now and then they could give a man a prop or whatever.
Yeah, I
Am I
agree.
frozen?
You
We're very
were. You were choppy.
Oh, okay.
You're
Because
fine
I was
now.
wondering,
Yeah.
I didn't catch any of anything.
I just caught the slappy slap part.
Oh, I didn't hear the slappy
What's the
slap.
slappy slap part?
Oh yeah, I was saying that like
She
Did
froze.
she stop again?
She frozen
Yeah,
again.
they don't want us to hear that.
She's gone,
Yeah.
my girl.
Again, it's okay now. I don't talk.
We didn't hear anything because he.
Wait, I don't talk. I don't talk.
No, it's
I
not
don't talk. I
that. We
don't talk. I
can't.
don't say nothing for the I don't say nothing for the rest of the day because I can't take it.
Okay.
Well, we can hear you now.
I take the shit freezing.
Not her talking like we're actually making her freeze, huh?
No, it's not, y'all.
I know.
I'm mad at the internet.
It's how it's
I can talk,
and
I
it's
can
how
talk.
he just stopping every time she's saying something long and then coming back towards the end.
We're talking about men.
Haters are gonna hate. But I think this episode we are going to go into Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are going to do that, and we have asked many of our people to give us stories, and we have found and either personal or internet ones that caught our fancy to share as well. I just want to preface this by saying, yes, I am the asshole, and that's fine. I'm just
okay
gonna
with
start
that.
there. Yeah, I was really saying that for Damik, who was supposed to be here tonight. Like I was saving that to be like, yes, Damik, I know. I know I'm the asshole. No, I'm not going to tell that story that you're thinking about in your head on the internet. But yes, I know I'm the asshole. So if he's watching this, I know that. But yes, but before
well.
we get into the stories that we ask our people for, we need to take a shot. And this is our first shot away from each other for the season.
Yes.
Boom.
I have my little water thingy.
I'm having wine.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Cheers for a good
guys.
episode.
It's our first episode since I left Grenada, I think.
It are.
That makes me sad. But we will be back soon.
Ooh, we love this. And a way that I can ensure this is I am sending things to your house.
Well, there's nothing they need right now.
Oh, definitely not. Things I could hold up on.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh.
That was hot.
What did you
It
do?
was hard.
What did
I
you
had a
guys?
coconut rum.
Ooh.
It's good, but it's. Ooh.
I had blood of Rastaman.
Campari?
Fist bump. Good job, guys.
Man's Day.
Man's Day.
Oh, my God. Jesus, take the wheel.
Whoa, did you miss our shenanigans?
They had to have
Oh.
missed our shenanigans.
Ew. Rohan's been traveling and living her best life a lot recently.
I know,
So
I
we've
saw.
seen less of her, but good for her.
I'm exhausted. I don't want to see the inside of a plane until Trinidad next year.
Lies.
Are you going to
No,
Trinidad
I'm
Carnival
so
next year?
Yeah, girl. I just have to book my ticket.
Okay.
So I need to stop spending money now so I can purchase that ticket to get out there.
I mean, makes sense, but kind of tough with Christmas around the corner.
Oh,
I
girl, you
know.
haven't booked your
And then
ticket
you'll
yet? I
know.
thought you did.
No, I did
That's gonna
not.
be hefty. One of my friends was telling me that he's
Yeah,
trying to book a ticket from London, and it's 1,700 round trip right now from London to Trinidad.
Us money?
rough.
Yeah, in pounds. So that means more in US.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Thus, he is
Yeah.
not going.
No, it's
He said that's
I
mad.
was just saying, no.
rough. Yeah,
So we
yeah.
had a listener submit the story to ask if they were an asshole or not. So the story is, so my cousin and I talk about a lot of things, right? Including the men that we've been talking to. So the main one was here and we went out for drinks or whatever. While sitting at the table, he, the main man, was opposite me. I'm sitting there making conversation because that's just how I am. Anyways, my cousin find I doing too much. Mind you, I made no advances to the people nor suggested in any way I was interested. But moving on. My cousin decided to leave us at the table and go. I'm not going to
Ooh.
sit there. My cousin decided to leave at the table and go. I'm not going to sit there like ebete and not say anything.
Oh, everything.
So we started talking, and my cousin gets an attitude. I didn't pay that any mind because it couldn't be because of me. Mind you, my cousin said they were done, before we got to the bar and while we were there. But yes, back to the story. Later in the night, that man come run up my leg. I ain't paying no mind because the table wasn't big and my legs ain't short. At the end of the night, I didn't mention it to my cousin and they saw a problem with it. Am I the asshole here?
No.
Yeah, I didn't feel like there's anything to mention. Like, like
I'm very confused by the story.
So basically, the cousin
Am I still choppy,
jealous.
guys?
yes, no, you're fine.
Okay.
You're there. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, the cousin just kind of mad because perhaps
Her
maybe
once main man
our
was
listener and is like chatty with the cousin. I feel like sometimes people just get like very antsy because they want their attention on them, and because they introduce to somebody, they want you to speak in a triangle, them being the points of
mm-hmm. Where you gone, girl?
any conversation, and it's a line and not a triangle is a problem. Quick maths for you. Pop, pop, pop.
Babe, we didn't hear you, you know. But
Pop, pop, pop. All we,
Man's
I'm
saw
sorry,
was-
right?
all we heard was quick maths for y'all. Pop, pop, pop.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
Yes,
I
if my
don't
name is
talk to the
Man's
night.
Day, if my name is Man's Day, can we call Rohan Man's not there?
I was gonna call her quick maths.
Or quick maths. Or pop. It was just like the timing of it.
Nothing.
I
I'm sorry. I'll
I
stop.
didn't
Quick maths,
didn't
they
hear-
fall it. Pop, pop,
no,
pop.
I didn't hear anything because my thing froze again.
Oh
I'm just
no.
not talking for the rest of the day.
No. Talk, girl. Talk, my girl. But
wanna
yeah,
talk no
yeah. And so
more.
basically the cousin is upset that her used to be main man was just being too chatty. Like her cousin was being too chatty with each other. And then the man run up his hand along her leg and she didn't tell her cousin and her cousin got upset.
But she's not an asshole because she didn't run her hand up
Exactly.
his leg.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's any reciprocation anywhere.
I mean, the person complaining is the person who was being too chatty.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they're complaining. They're asking for a reason. I don't see anything wrong with it, but if it's a story, then
Yeah, but maybe the cousin was vexed for a while.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not like the cousin was just mad that the attention was not on them, maybe.
Whoever you are, babes, I think it's a decision that we don't see anything wrong with it based on the story, but we don't know what else we don't know.
Yeah,
But
It sounds
also,
like it sounds like it have more there.
like what the relationship
find.
is between the cousins, how that is.
Something.
Yeah. But I agree. I don't think that's an asshole thing at this moment.
Maybe this
Mm.
man has outside tendencies and she, just doesn't trust him around people.
Oh,
Yeah, that could
be
be
like,
it.
you gotta talk to the man about that.
Yeah, I agree.
But hey, we don't know. We don't know.
Who wants to do the next one?
I don't mind doing the next one. Where the next one is?
Huh?
Where the next one is?
No, because whoever has one to read. So that was only one from my research. Yeah.
Okay. I
Or you
have
could read more,
one.
that's not a problem, but go for it.
Let me see which one. Okay, this one I quite enjoyed. It's kind of lengthy, so I'll try to cut down as much as possible. Am I choppy still again?
You're good.
Okay, because I'm choppy on my end. Anyway, so am I the asshole for telling my coworker I won't block his wife just because he told me to? So last month, I, a female of 30, went with my friend, females 9, 31, and 33, to a movie theater to watch a concert of my favorite artist. I ran into a coworker, male 36, and his wife, female. I always thought I got along fine with my coworker, but I wouldn't go as far as to call him a friend. I went to say hi to him, and he introduced me to his wife. Let's call her Vivian. Later during the concert, keep in mind that while we have assigned seats in the theater, nobody was sitting. It was anarchy. I noticed Vivian was alone, so I approached her and asked her about my coworker, and she said he left because he was bored. I felt kind of bad for her, so I told her if she wanted, she could join our group, and she ended up spending the rest of the concert with us. After that, we went to have dinner. All of us went to have dinner, and everybody was cool with Vivian because of they love the same artist. And at the end of the night, we all ended up adding her to social media. So the girl and she friends add Chikoka wife. That's the one and only time I've seen her in person, and our interaction on social media is just tagging each other and the rest of the group in news about the artists we both love. This Sunday, she posted pictures of a batch of cookies she was making. So I commented and said they look delicious. And she sent me a DM saying that she actually made a lot of cookies. And she said she could send me some with her husband if I wanted. I saw nothing wrong with it, so I accepted. Well, the coworker gave me the cookies yesterday, I guess the day that she wrote it. And he said that until Vivian gave him the cookies for me, he didn't know that we kept in touch and he didn't like it. So I need to block her now and never speak to her again. This caught me by surprise. While we have never been friends, we have always been polite to each other, and I can't think of a reason why he would want me to block his wife. I don't have a reputation of being problematic or anything like that in the office. I don't keep up with the gossip. In case he was worried I was going to tell her what he's up to. And in case he is worried I missteal her girl, I'm not a homewrecker, and I'm straight. Anyway, I was so surprised I actually gave him a good reply. So I just told him, I was too surprised to actually give him a good reply. So I just told him he doesn't get to tell me what to do, and I'm not going to block someone just because he told me not to. That if he has a problem, he can discuss it with his wife. Now I'm second guessing if this was the right thing to do. Maybe I was too harsh and I could have talked about it with him. Maybe I'm creating unnecessary drama. Am I the asshole?
No.
No.
I didn't think so either.
That guy's the asshole. He clearly wants his wife to be like alone. Because like, why would you leave her in the theater?
Yeah, exactly.
By herself? And like, why would you ask someone to stop talking to her who clearly has no interest in her other than having a friendship? Like, do you want your wife to just not have anybody but you in her life?
Hide something, though.
Uh-huh.
Right?
And so say something into like.
And honestly, when I read this story, I pictured a very dominant Ike Turner type situation, because I just sent cookies for the girl that kept my company when you leave me in the concert by myself, dog.
Yeah.
It sounds like he doesn't want, like he's trying to separate like his home life, even if there's nothing going on, but he's trying to separate his home life and his work life. But that's
also you could say that,
yeah. But that's
also
not
say that.
Yeah, but that's also not up to him. As we said, you left your wife, 1, at the show, 2, they became friends, right? And you can't tell somebody who to follow and who not to follow. That's their Instagram. The same thing, like you can't tell
you think maybe he has a thing for that coworker?
I don't think for the
I was wondering that, because
like, like, because clearly if you make friends with my wife, I can't make a move on you. But also, why did you introduce me to her at all?
Or maybe he has something with someone in the office, and
that's what I was thinking, like, because he was too aggressive about it off the bat. Like, I didn't know you all kept in touch and you need to block her before you say, hey,
mute her.
Before you say, hey, like, just ease off the friendship with my wife, now block her.
He doesn't want the wife to have a point of contact in the office.
That's what it is.
Girlfriend,
no good.
girlfriend could accidentally go live and see him tonguing down the secretary on the east side.
Or like posting stories from like company
Or maybe when he
get-togethers,
says
all that.
he's on a weekend trip for work,
Uh-huh.
she could confirm. That's
They
it.
know work trip. Yeah. See, that's what it is. He's
Exactly.
just trying to separate the two parts of his life so that
Yeah. Sir, you are up to no good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because that's aggressive. Like,
That
you
is
know?
hella aggressive.
Because I do know people that like prefer, like, no matter how close they are to like their colleagues, they won't add them to their social medias. And I think I've seen that angle because of like generally work stuff, HR stuff, but that was just a
Yeah.
little aggressive.
Yeah. Because he could have even explained that. It could have been like, hey, like I just prefer that I keep my life separate. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you and my wife being friends is cool, but like, can you block on Instagram, take each other's numbers?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that is a better angle, sir.
I don't know. That was that it was just
Is
aggressive.
she the asshole?
But
Yeah.
she's not
Is
the
she the
asshole.
asshole? Definitely not.
Yeah.
He's the asshole. And I wonder what cookie she baked. You think she baked like chocolate chips?
I was
Mm.
thinking the same
I
thing.
was thinking chocolate chip
And then I was
cookies.
thinking chocolate chips. Like, ooh, chocolate chips and a glass of milk sound good right now.
Oh, like a hot one, like when it's like just about to
So
like get
good.
super firm from cooling.
Oh my God. When we used to have the Subway, we had, chocolate chip, Subway has this chocolate chip cookies. So I
The
used to just
best.
go in the store, go to the back. I'm like, Mom, any more cookies? And she's like, yeah. And then I just pop them in the microwave. Oh, they're so good. Oh, I want some chocolate chip cookies now.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna get it, but I need it.
Wow.
Everything at home.
Cut down. Oh God. Are you next?
Me?
You want to read one?
Would you
I
like to
mean,
be?
I can read one. It's so long.
You can summarize if you want. You want some more time to summarize while we read another
Yeah,
one?
summarize. It's pretty long. Yeah. Skip me.
Okay. Ro, you want to read one?
Let's see if y'all can hear me for the whole thing. All right, we sound good for now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for taking the money my grandparents saved for college and agreeing with them that my half sister isn't their grandkid? I will try to keep this short. I am 18, and when I was around 10, my mom cheated on my father and got pregnant. This resulted in my half sister, Kathy. Soon after, my parents cut my grandparents out of our life. My parents stayed together. I turned 18 3 months ago, and my grandparents reached out. They informed me over lunch that when Kathy was born, they made it clear they do not see her as a grandkid, that she is the product of my mom cheating on her son. They refused to make a college fund for her, and my parents cut them out due to it. They informed me that I have a college fund from them, and I decided to take it. I came home and kept it to myself. I have been reconnecting with them, and it came to a head today. My parents learned who I was hanging out with. I don't know, this is so funny to me. This resulting in an argument for taking the money when they shunned Kathy. I told them they were right to not consider her a grandkid and to screw them for cutting them out of my life. They haven't talked to me since, and I'm doubting myself. And also, they added in, since it was asked multiple times, Kathy's bio dad has partial custody, and my dad never adopted her, which, according to some relatives, mean the bio dad has given up his rights. So yeah, her father is still in her life. He wants to know if he's an asshole. I don't think so. I think the parents are the assholes.
I see quite a few things wrong with it, to be honest. I don't know. There's some places, because one, I always feel like the child shouldn't get punished in those kind of situations. However, I don't think in general from any, like, I think how people want to give their money to somebody is totally up to them.
Absolutely.
Right. So it's like they're obviously mad. So the anger is actually at the mom, right? From the grandparents was like, for them, it's like, oh, she cheated on our son, but they're punishing the child. But at the same time, it is their money, it's their say so. However, I could also understand that, like, if they did that, it also could have mean that, like, they probably would have mistreated, or like they probably would have ignored the child, at family occasions. So I can understand why the parents would have cut off the grandparents. So I feel like there's more to that. Do I think
there has to be more?
Yeah. And then do I think that she's being the house? I'm kind of 50-50, because I feel like whatever it is, that's her sister, right? Like,
I think it's a 50-50 thing because
Yeah.
I think that I would have defended my sister though. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
would
what
be
I'm
like,
saying. Like,
yeah, I catch that, but he accepted her. He didn't adopt her, but he did accept her. He raised her. They're still together. He's raising her. So, just think of it not as like a situation where, you shun the child, but just know that your son is happy still. I mean, he wasn't as happy with the situation, but he's made his peace with it or whatever. And I would have defended my sister. I probably would have taken the money still because I am a grandchild,
And that's
but
the
I
thing.
would have really,
yeah.
I think that stopping the grandchild from having a relationship with the grandparents is a little bit off.
Yes. Yeah,
Because
that I agree.
regardless, that is actually their grandchild. So like while they are inside, like I mean, it's tough because I see it a little too clear. But you can't ask someone to accept a snafu in a relationship that you're not in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like when your friends tell you like, "Oh, my boyfriend cheated on me, my girlfriend cheated on me," and like they're back together. You feel a type of way because like you're mad for them,
Yeah.
yeah.
but
But at the end of
that's
the
not your
day,
fucking
yeah,
business. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a little all over the place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm getting mad at them for like seeing their grandparents, getting mad at them for like saying, well, that's not even their grandchild. That's you're an asshole for.
Yeah.
But
No,
taking
that's
the
what I'm saying.
money,
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
take that
50,
shit.
50. Like, I feel like it was fine that she took the money. Like, that's something that her, grandparents put aside for her. I think it's okay for,
Mhm.
I agree. Like, I think she should have had a choice in the matter of at least, like, if her parents are cutting them off, that she should be able to still have that relationship with
yeah,
them.
because if they vex, then
But
that's
also the
fine. But
same thing of like her agreeing. It's like, yeah, that's, it's kind of like
Yeah, that
you're
was
playing, it's like you're playing your part in shunning your own sister at the same time. So,
yeah.
yeah.
You play your part a little too well there, my guy.
Yeah.
yeah, that part I
50-50.
definitely would have defended.
Yeah. But it kind of made me giggle a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Because I was like, you just dancing where the beat goes for that money. What's wrong
Yeah,
with
she's
you?
like,
No,
yeah,
exactly. That's what I was saying 50-50 because like as soon as she heard about the money, she was like, fuck y'all to her parents. So
Like, I
yeah.
gotta get that money.
yeah.
I mean,
She ain't even your real grandkid. I am.
Oh
Fuck
my
them.
God.
can't really be 100% mad at sis.
I
No,
can't
no,
be.
no.
I've also seen people do some mean shit for money too, like even with real siblings.
Yeah,
So it's just, like full
exactly.
siblings or what we call it. But yeah,
But
Yeah,
babes,
crazy.
you assholey, I guess.
ish.
The jury's out. It's 50-50.
Girl, we would have done some of the same things. Not all,
Yeah.
but some.
Oh,
And yours is ready?
Yes, I'm gonna just skip out. There's a whole additional paragraph that really was unnecessary. But basically, this person, they have two siblings, sibling one and sibling two. Their parents are divorced and got divorced when they were 15, and the other siblings were 9 and 8. So they were old enough to recognize a lot of ugliness in both of the parents before, during, and afterwards, after the divorce. And it permanently changed their image of their parents. So now they have little respect for them.
Oh.
They worked hard to become independent, and as soon as possible, and the parents never really leveraged to try to be nice to them or to make an effort to blend the two families or to take accountability for any of the bullshit that happened. So they all have very strained relationships with each other. It seems like recently some things have happened, and one of the siblings, the younger ones, is pregnant. And somewhere along the line, they ended up in therapy. And one of the first things that happened, the therapist said in the first session, okay, so the parents went to therapy with the other siblings, and they asked that person to come. So the first session was last week, and I was not planning on saying much, but my dad made a comment that struck a nerve. He said, our kids have turned out fine, so I don't think we'd have too much trouble helping raise a grandchild. So they went to therapy because the younger sibling was pregnant, right? So the therapist asked what I thought. So I said something like, you and I, this is what they said to the parent, you and I barely speak to each other. This one has anxiety so bad that she cries every time the wind picks up. The other one has anger issues and is pregnant. In what universe are you living that you think we turned out okay? So they're asking if we think that they're an asshole for telling the parents that basically all of the siblings are fucked up because of them in this whole mental therapy
We're
session.
laughing. I don't think she's an asshole. I think that's what a therapy session
That's
is
called a
for.
reality check.
Yeah, that's
Reality
exactly
check.
what that is. It was a perfect space for it. It was a perfect time. It was,
Yeah.
asshole nothing.
Yeah, I don't think that, because I mean the amount of times I
Asshole.
also think sometimes parents are dating, they're like, well, look, you turned out just fine. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm going to therapy. I'm doing,
And their measure of turned out fine is like you have a job,
Very
you're
different.
working,
You have
you
a
live
You're not a
job.
crack
You
whore.
have children. Yeah,
Really,
you're not on
that's
the
it.
street.
You have a job you're working. Are you enjoying your job? Are you thriving? Are you using your talents? Or do you have the things that you need? Food, some change,
Well, I mean,
and a place to
that's
sleep.
old school. That's
Yes.
that's the old school way. That's the we're not going to work to be happy. You do it because you have to,
Yeah, to
and
survive.
you survive. You just gotta do what you gotta do. So they ain't even gonna care about if you like your job. Who gives a fuck?
yeah, and fuck your emotions,
You know?
and fuck if you're drinking every night and thing. You're working and you're functional, you turned out just fine.
What
As long as
else?
you're not a crack whore, you good.
Not the asshole in my opinion.
I
I don't
can't
find any
wait.
of these people are assholes. Can we get some like hot dating ones? Like I want
I
to call
have
Amanda
one.
You want a
Okay.
what?
Want some
call
hot dick?
Amanda asshole.
You want to call him an
I want some
asshole?
Oh,
Well, I
heartbreak
have
shit.
one for y'all.
Yeah.
So, am I the ass for rejecting my boyfriend's ultimatum about an open relationship?
No. Who's that? Me?
Yeah, the story.
Let me share the story. I, 24 female, have been with my boyfriend, 26 male, for 4 years. Our relationship has always been great until he dropped a bombshell on me. Out of the blue, my boyfriend brought up the idea of opening up our relationship. He explained that he loves me, but he wants the freedom to connect with others, both emotionally and physically, while keeping our relationship intact. At first, I was shocked, and to be honest, I felt a bit betrayed. When I voiced my hesitation and discomfort about the idea, he gave me an ultimatum. Either I agree to an open relationship or he'll walk away from our relationship entirely. He argued that he needed this, and if I truly loved him, I would support his needs. This put me in an incredibly tough spot. On one hand, I'm deeply committed to him and don't want to lose our relationship. On the other hand, the idea of him being with someone else tears me apart, and I just can't come to terms with it. I ended up rejecting his ultimatum, but now he's furious with me and accusing me of being controlling and unfair. He says I'm stifling his freedom. I'm heartbroken. I'm questioning whether I've made a terrible mistake. So am I the asshole for rejecting my boyfriend's ultimatum about an open relationship? Or should I have been more open to his desires, even if it meant compromising my own feelings?
Did I write that?
Good.
Why is that? That is literally my ex-boyfriend and
Oh,
me's
you
like
remember you told
end
me
of
the
relationship.
story. Yeah.
Yeah. Like let me set the scene for you. I was at choir practice in my church.
Not
He's like
church.
ringing down I was at church and he was ringing down my phone. So I eventually go outside to take the call and he's like, you know, I'm accustomed to having sex this many times a day, blah, 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 blah. I don't feel satisfied. And I'd like for us to be in an open relationship. I love you, but like, I would like to, be an open. And I was like, no. And he was like, well, it's either you, you're in an open relationship with me or I'm doing what I want regardless. Like, I
So
was
basically,
like,
it's either you know about it or I'm doing it
or
anyway.
you don't know about it. Like what are the other? Either you know or you don't know. I don't care about either I'm doing it. I was like, bitch. So is he the asshole? Yes. Is she the asshole? Absolutely not. Stick to your guns.
And
You
imagine
can't
he's
ask
telling her,
me in a
accusing
relationship
her
and
of
expect me
being
to say yes.
controlling and unfair.
the men are unwell.
No.
Very unserious business for these fellas.
I don't see her as the asshole at all.
No. And I feel like that's almost like borderline sexual harassment, trying to force somebody into
Into a
an
sexual
open, you're
relationship that they
right,
don't
with
want.
multiple people. Yeah. No, that's not how it
Um,
works. No, girl, you
If you're
ain't the
not into
asshole.
monogamy, you ain't an asshole. What the hell? These men, they're so funny.
I have one that
There
could
was
be an asshole. Go ahead,
Go for
Ro.
it.
1, 2.
Oh, I was saying I was watching another podcast that like somebody was saying that like their boyfriend wanted to be in an open relationship and they're out here just getting dick. And the man ain't getting none.
And then who
He
was his
getting shit.
idea?
Yeah.
Dead.
That plan
Doesn't
backfired.
work out.
Big time.
Just,
Does he have a problem though?
of course they have problems.
Love that.
I'm sure he is.
He did it to himself.
Yeah, if he didn't have a problem, then I would have been like, eh. But if he, yeah, you have a problem, good for you.
Pipe down, bro.
Yeah, because when you say something with your chest, follow with your dick.
Ooh.
Ooh, I want that on a shirt.
I love that in the right context.
You heard it here first, patent pending, trademark.
I do want that on a t-shirt. Say it again.
They're saying something with your chest, follow with your dick.
Mm.
Can I tweet that? Can
You
I say-
can.
I think that's a good tweet.
Do it
Yeah,
fast.
we put it on Instagram. Uh-huh. Say it with your chest.
Followed by dick.
You better follow with your dick.
Yeah.
Follow up with your dick.
Because not you wanting to be in a like, open relationship and getting nothing.
That's crazy.
That
Because
is
if
crazy.
you're asking that question, I mean, I would hope that you at least have a little prospect somewhere.
You know, I did not just dig it because
You know,
maybe
man's
all your boys
probably
are doing it.
man's probably fall on one of them girl that is heavy flirt with man in relationship, knowing that they can't do nothing. And then when he was like, yeah, well, we open now, she's like, exit stage left.
What do you mean?
Nonsense.
Oh God.
I have one. It's short, so I know somebody's gonna get upset. So just preparate yourself.
Is it
Is
me? Me, Jesus?
Is it me, Jesus?
Am I the asshole for permanently deleting my girlfriend's Instagram? My girlfriend, 24, female, and I, 27, male, have been dating for 5 years now. I don't have any social media, no Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snap, etc. I am a private guy and I like keeping my personal life to myself. My girlfriend, on the other hand, is obsessed with Instagram. She has over 800 photos posted on Instagram, is constantly scrolling through Instagram every waking moment when she's not working or sleeping. She would rather spend time attention seeking from her 5,000 followers rather than spend quality time with me. I confronted her a few times about this in the last few years, and she always tells me she'll cut down on her Instagram usage, but she never did. Last week, she was using my laptop because her laptop was at the store, and I noticed she forgot to log out of her email. I did the forget password thing and reset her password to log in. I Googled how to delete my Instagram and followed the link and deleted the account. She woke up the next morning and started screaming and crying about how I permanently deleted her Instagram instead of deactivating it and that I betrayed her trust, etc. Now she won't talk to me because she says I can't recover and she can't recover Instagram and her profile of 10 years is lost forever. I think she's being incredibly childish and throwing a tantrum over a random app. Am I the asshole?
Yes.
Really.
You are
Absolutely.
the asshole. That is crazy.
But
That's like a
trademark,
whole breach of
800
privacy.
photos?
you deleted like, come on. You have a
You,
conversation.
Like, depending on the... It's crazy.
you
Depending
delete
on
the
their
account,
age.
27
Okay,
and
so then
26.
that means you're probably in like college or you're probably in high
First of all,
school
they've been together too
when
long.
Instagram came out.
They need to
They've been
done.
together 5 years, so that's she was
They've been
19
together too long.
They've been
and he
together
was
too long.
22. Instagram didn't come out 5 years ago.
Oh hell no! I have pictures in my Instagram from like
2013.
12 years ago, at least.
Yeah, so no, Israel.
Yeah, Rose Frozen.
Okay.
Girl,
Twenty-
don't be
You
frozen.
Frozen baby girl.
I went to college
And
at
freeze
that time. Do you know how much memories that is?
Ooh, memories, yes.
Am I unfrozen now?
You're fine
We
Yeah,
heard-
now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Unfrozen
saying,
now,
like,
babes.
if like I
We heard the word memories.
okay. No, yeah, because I'm saying like when if you were in like high school or college when Instagram dropped and you've been using it since then,
That's
you've
a
been
lot of
posting
pictures.
for like all that time. That's a lot of pictures and memories. Like, are you effing crazy?
I'm trying to see how many posts
Don't
I
delete my
have.
shit.
I have almost 2,000 posts.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I
Let me see how much I have on my first account.
He's mad. Like before you delete the app, so that she had to go through
Yeah,
the
I have
whole thing again.
1,101.
I mean, my issue isn't even the delete part. The delete part, like that's definitely the asshole part. But even before you get to delete, he already crossed the boundary by going into her email.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was gonna say.
Then you cross
Most
the
definitely.
second boundary by going into her IG account, right? All of that even before you get to the deleting part.
Yeah.
And even if you feel like you had the conversation already, then at that point, if she like Instagram more than you, then okay, take that for what it is. But
Nah, that's crossed the
how,
line.
like, how mad are you? You're that mad? Like it's that serious?
I think he's a serial killer. Let me tell you why. Why do you have no social media?
I also am very hesitant of people that have no online
Because
presence.
Yeah,
he's a
like
whore. He's a whore.
Yeah. Because I know at least like I feel like a basic is Facebook because like Facebook came out so long ago. Like even if you're not active on it,
exactly. You
came
just
out
have
point.
it.
Yeah.
Like, do you not want to keep in touch with anyone at all? Like, I rely on my Facebook to not keep in contact, but I've found people that I went to primary school with on Facebook,
Yeah.
and like it's so nice to have that connection because like I went to a school where like you'll have like ambassadors kids and stuff coming in and out, so like, they'll be there for like a year, maybe like a semester, and to find those people again is quite incredible. And that I feel like you got to use social media for like those type of things. If you're not like a big social media about that, you're not gonna post. At least like
Probably emails.
what?
He sends emails and has people that he texts.
Probably has a
I mean,
Hotmail account.
I know I don't have a Hotmail account.
Yahoo.
But I know people that don't have any social media like that. They did, and then they decided to come off, which is okay, cool. I think that they're trying to prove a point. And then I know somebody else who, anyway, let me move from that. But yeah, I know people who don't have, and they're not serial killers, but I feel like they try to make a point. Oh, I don't need to be on the internet all
Oh
the time.
yeah.
Well, that's the
It's
thing.
them
They do
people.
try and make a point, yeah, and that point is stupid.
Can you guys hear the music in the background?
Like a little bit. Only if you're
Yeah.
like silent.
Oh,
I heard a
okay.
noise, but only because you said listen for it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
wasn't hearing anything before you mentioned.
Okay, cool.
We in the Caribbean, right? Now I hearing crickets. So I was
It's very true. And frogs.
Not hearing my
and frogs.
They're
It
not
could be
very-
your crickets I'm hearing. I'm not sure.
It's probably mine. I'm very surprised his shepherd dog next door not
for real
barking
though.
his ass off because he don't know.
You didn't tell him we were potting
I
tonight?
did not say it. I didn't even say it out loud to myself. That fucker has been listening. I swear to you. But maybe now
Like
he heard
Siri.
when he was at the back just now. I'm very sure Alexa would have a lot to say just now too.
Please don't say her name.
Yeah, you know years is gone.
With his British, with his Australian accent.
Australian.
Y'all
Any
wanna-
others?
I do. Oh, you want to
Yeah, I
go
have
first,
another one
Jans?
somewhere.
Yeah, I could. It's a short one too. I'm finally getting married in 2 months' time after a year of planning. and everything has been going to plan so far with no issues. I don't know what it is. That was until my mother called me earlier this week to ask me to postpone my wedding by at least a month because my sister is currently pregnant and her due date is the same as my wedding date.
Nah.
My sister asked my mother to be there for her for the whole of the month that the wedding is in, since the due date is just an estimate and this is her first baby. So basically, if the mom goes to be with the sister, she would miss the wedding because the sister is not going to be at the wedding, and here's why. Long story short, the father of her child is my ex-boyfriend, whom she was sleeping with while we were dating. So we don't have a relationship with one another, and I'm not willing to postpone my wedding for my sister. And I told my mother that, and that she simply just needed to choose who she wanted to support. She's been sitting on the fence about whether she would come to the wedding or the birth, and that's why we're here. She says that I'm forcing her to make an impossible decision, and my aunts are always also trying to convince me to postpone the wedding. Don't get me wrong. I know that she's also my mother's child, and I know that my mother wants to be there for her, but I also want her to be there for me. And I've already waited a year for this, and everything is already planned. Am I the asshole?
No,
No, I also think that the mom's being the asshole for asking her to do that.
most
And I-
definitely.
And I also think that like I get it, it's the first grandchild, but like
No.
as grandparents, and this is meant for all grandparents, you guys don't have to be in the room. You can show up after the baby has been delivered, which means that you can attend the wedding one day if it's that important and take a flight the next day to be with your other daughter. Like,
But there's also no guarantee that child will be born on that specific
Exactly.
day. How many children are
Exactly.
actually born on their due dates?
I was
And
born
child
2
will be
weeks
born a little
late.
bit earlier.
They won't be needed on the day of the delivery.
Exactly.
They need you
Exactly.
after. After is when they need you.
And on top of that,
Exactly.
it is the man that you were sleeping with while I was with him. Are you crazy? Mom, she had
Mom
to
is
go
the
to hell.
asshole, I think, in
Bye.
this case.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, no,
wrong of her to
absolutely.
ask her daughter. It's almost like she's doing like a preference type of thing at this moment. And
Exactly. And if you prefer to be there, you can prefer to go
I
immediately.
wouldn't put it past the other sister telling her mom, like, oh, you need to be here to spite her sister.
Oh, definitely. And she probably like gave that specific date because like what is the coincidence with that?
Yeah, that's just
Like what a coincidence.
no.
And
I
my
mean-
wedding was planned first. That's money. Are you crazy?
I mean,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have been able to choose a due date. That
Well, no, but I mean it's quite the coincidence.
That's the exact date that she's giving her, is what we're saying.
but you know
Exactly.
that you know that's how things has happened though. When things have to happen, like that's exactly how if it
Yeah.
had to happen.
It's true.
Nah, I think the mom's
Things
the
out
biggest
of a
asshole in
romantic
this.
comedy
Actually.
For real.
or a romantic tragedy.
Hmm.
That too.
But yeah, no.
I have a
I don't
juicy
think
Mom
she's
and
the
one.
sister
asshole.
suck. Ooh, I love juicy. Go ahead, girl.
I don't know how juicy it is. Okay. So I won't say the am I the asshole part just yet, so you guys can rev you up for it. So whoops. Where did it go? Where did it go?
Hold on. B, is a fed dog going on in your house?
Huh?
Is it a
What?
fed that's happening in your house? A fed?
No, my dad has the volume loud. That's why I asked in. You can hear it? He
I can
watching
hear it now
TV?
just because we're silent.
Okay.
But like, I'm waiting for Jalebi Baby to go on at this point.
No, that's listening to something on TV and he has it loud. That's what I was wondering.
You guys.
But yeah. Okay. You guys are still okay though? It's still like faint in the background?
Don't
Yeah.
worry. You're
Cool.
good.
All right. I, 23 female, have been married to my husband, 23 male. These people getting married young. Whom we called John whom we will call John for a long time. We are a happy couple who had no problems with one another. That is till 2 months back. You see, ever since my husband was 6, he had a best friend whom we'll call Christy. When John and Christy were 14, they started dating. They dated all throughout high school, but because my husband moved to a different state when they turned 18, they found it difficult to have a long distance relationship, which only lasted for 2 months. After that, they decided to break up, but promised each other that they would remain good friends. Then at 20, me and my husband met, dated for 8 months, and got married. Everything was going well in our lives, but 2 months ago, John, my husband, gets a call from Christy saying that she was moving into the same city as us. John was overjoyed and I was happy for him. All three of us met at a cafe and caught up with everything. It was all okay for the first week or so. But then this friend of mine and my husband invited us to a party at their house. John insisted on bringing Christy along, and the two of them sat and drank throughout the evening. During the party, I was searching for John to ask for something, but then I saw something disgusting. John was sitting on the couch, Christy was sitting on his lap. John had wrapped his arms around her, and Christy was stroking his hair. They were smiling and talking in a kind of flirtish manner. I called out, John, as soon as he and Christy heard me. They immediately got separated and sat apart. I didn't know how long they had been sitting that way or what they even had been talking about. I felt awkward about it, so I decided not to mention it to John when we got home. After that, I caught them sitting uncomfortably close to one another and immediately separating after they see me several times. I talked to John about it. He just made some excuse like, oh, she was just removing dust from my eye. Man couldn't think of a better excuse, first of all. Dust from my eye.
You're blind.
Last month, my mother was sick, so I left for her home in another city for 2 days. When I returned early morning, I caught John sitting and sleeping shirtless on the couch, with Christy's head on his lap, sleeping as well. I woke them up angrily, and they both looked extremely embarrassed. John said that he had just invited Christy over to watch the movies, and that he'd only stripped off because the air conditioning wasn't working, which it really wasn't at that time. But I had the strangest feeling that Christy had stayed there the entire 2 days that I was gone. I asked John about it, but he completely denied. I didn't trust him, and so when he went to take a shower, I checked his phone. He and Christy had been messaging for the last 2 months and said very lovey-dovey things to one another on their texts. They didn't necessarily say, I love you, but they said things like, you're my soulmate. I don't have a purpose in life without you. And I also found John saying to Christy to come over for the 2 days that I was gone, and Christy had agreed. So she had stayed there for the whole time. I showed John those texts and he admitted to lying to me. He said that the only reason he lied to me was because he knew I'd overreact if I find out. And I asked him, well, how was this for overreaction? And tossed his phone across the room. John said, I can explain, but I immediately started packing my bags and left that afternoon. While leaving, I screamed, now you can call Christy for the whole time. Have fun. I went over to my mother's house, decided to stay there for at least a week. I got many, many calls, texts, and emails from John, and even a few calls and texts from Christy, but I immediately blocked her number. I didn't want anything to do with her. I'm at my mom's currently. I would like some advice. Should I have given my husband a second chance and listened to what he had to say and stay with him? Or did I do the right thing with leaving him, and should I divorce him immediately?
She wrong. Dead man can't speak.
Yeah.
No, but
That's
y'all are
a
too suspicious.
immediate exit situation.
Oh yeah, like my
What's his first
soulmate.
name? My soulmate. I feel like emotional cheating
Yeah.
is the worst cheating of all things.
That's
Yeah, and a purpose
that's tough.
without you.
I mean,
Like,
I
don't lie to
definitely
me.
wouldn't say I would go as far as saying, divorce him immediately because that's two people that they love things. Y'all could figure it out. But as far as getting vexed and moving in that moment, yes, you're very right. You're not the asshole.
Yeah,
I would, I guess, so sick.
Oh yeah.
babe,
Babes,
you're
you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Jans.
This whole time,
This whole time.
Yeah.
mama.
I've been talking, I've been contributing.
Aw, we saw
Well,
your lips move.
retuck it.
We got you very quickly, though.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Should have put a phone in the blender.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Talking the phone was not enough.
No.
Chucking it
Even-
at him.
Good for you, sis. Was Christy her friend?
No,
it
Christy was
John's
his friend.
Well, we not mad at Christy then. Christy get a man. Everybody was looking for a man. She get through. Fine.
Nah. Christy met me married. Christy know better than that.
Yeah, but it's not. But that's not Christy's problem, though. That's not Christy's.
No. You see that if you know a man have a gal or a wife, you have some blame to take as well.
Because
the
you
man
do
is,
have blame to take.
the man is at the top of the leaderboard when it comes to taking the blame. It's his fault. He is the problem. However, you as a girl who is quite aware of the situation
I'm
and
not
knowingly you knowingly not Black Panther, Pink Panther your way into my house while I gone,
That.
you know,
listen,
Ah.
I'm not saying I feel
Judy.
like it's a bit tricky. I don't necessarily think that she takes the blame. I do think that she's a terrible person. It says a lot about her character, but in the situation, somebody talked to her and she answered. I say it's up to it's for him because say she didn't know or say she know. The point is from the time she know and she continue, excuse me, it says a lot about who she is. But taking the blame, I ain't giving her all that. She not the best person, but I ain't giving
no,
her.
no, all the blame is not. I mean, blame is a different. Blame
But
is
how he name though? How he name?
her name is the worst,
Yeah. He could,
and
yeah.
he would have ET phone because in my house on my couch that I probably pick out. Are you
Yeah.
crazy? And y'all
In the
pretending to
house.
about dust in your eye, dog. My hand would have been in your eye. My foot would have been in your
That.
eye.
Wait,
You
and this
It
bitch was
see?
sounds
there
like
for
you couldn't
2
say a
days?
better sentence. There's dust in
Wait,
my
hold
eye.
on, eh?
No, the money.
Backtrack. This bitch was there for 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck my man in my bed.
Okay. Very well.
Hey,
Or on your couch, one or the other.
or on my couch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is, it's different now.
And you lie down in my man's lap. And you
Mm,
have a gal in your lap. You have
mm.
a gal in your lap in my
That
house.
is a dirty, stinking lap anyway.
No, but the
Oh.
disrespect is that they were at another party and you sitting in the
And
man lap, stroking his hair.
touching. He wouldn't have had no fingers to text her because
Yeah.
that night is when his fingers break up. Ba, 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 ba. I'm joking. I wouldn't fight nobody.
Yeah, you would.
That the in my
Would
house
fight.
thing especially.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say I wouldn't say that, her with the man knowing that you have a girl says a lot about her character because once again we don't know what the conversations are, you don't know what she's being told and stuff like that also.
No, she's aware that he's married.
No, I know
This
that.
is not a regular.
No. Yeah, no. But also, I am taking into consideration that they never finish what they started. And I'm not saying anybody right for. I'm not saying that they right fit. I just said that I wouldn't say it tells a lot about who she is because, when people they have a
Connection.
yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that. I just can't say that she's an outright bad person. She makes some bad decisions. They do because she know the man married, and that's your best friend, and that's the image that you're going with. That's the image that you're going with, but you're taking it on the side. That don't nice. That was nice. And in the girl house too, doggy.
Not in my house. Sound like that. Go on the streets
That's
a regular cheating ass. Motherfucker.
that's extra disrespect. That's extra disrespect because you violate initially, but then you
Not in my
violate so
home.
much in my house.
Not in my
Like I
home where
see,
my
I've
brothers
already
are.
seen you. I've already
Okay.
seen you. I've already seen you in uncomfortable situations, and on top of that, still you wouldn't even have a little foresight to keep it away from home, Danny. Still, that's an extra kind of disrespect. That tells you the kind of
Very.
person that she is. That part they, because now they ain't have no boundaries.
Well, no, that tells me the kind of cheater that he is.
And well,
He's lazy. He's a lazy
Man.
cheater. That's what he is.
Like it just seemed like he didn't
Lazy.
care. Like if it kind of was like a
No,
he
he
didn't
don't
care
care.
to
He has
get
no
caught.
respect for his
yep,
wife.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what that is. It's a Kate and Edith. Kate and
Back.
Edith. I like to call it Kate and Edith.
Kate and Edith. Kate and Edith, indeed.
Kate and Edith too. And Sally and them.
Oh God. I have one. I don't know if we have any more, but I have one that's like not salacious, but it is like you go dad type of thing. All right. So it says, am I the asshole for fighting on Thanksgiving dinner when my mother tried to bring up an embarrassing moment my stepdaughter had? So my Stepdaughter Sophie, 14, has been struggling with health problems that cause her to wet her bed from time to time. No one knew about the bedwetting thing till we spent the night at my mother's house. Sophie had wet the bed in the guest room, and my mother found out. My wife and I explained the situation, offered to clean the mess up, and then asked her not to tell anybody about what she saw because Sophie's already in a bad place mentally and would not be able to handle any comments from family about this. She even said that she will stop visiting if this gets out. My mom, my mother crossed her heart and promised, and we thought this was the end of it. On Thanksgiving dinner that was held at my mother's house, while we were eating and talking about a bunch of stuff, my brother mentioned that his dog peed in the kitchen. I looked at my mother and looked like she had a similar story to tell. And that's what she loves to do, just gossip and share similar stories. I knew what she was going to say when she opened her mouth and said, "Speaking of pee," I felt helpless and tongue tied. I couldn't even speak, so I just let out a loud fart as a means of distraction. Bruh.
What? This is story.
Everyone stopped and stared at me. It was very awkward. People were going, ew. Kids laughing, including Sophie. Just a mix of reactions. But my mother was livid. She started berating me later about behaving disgracefully and shamelessly on Thanksgiving dinner table, no less. I admitted it was on purpose to stop her from sharing an embarrassing moment of my stepdaughter and potentially traumatizing her for years to come. She laughed at the word traumatizing, then called me childish and said I should be ashamed of myself for pulling this stunt at her home. On her Thanksgiving dinner, we had to leave, and my wife and Sophie were laughing, but still had no idea why I did it. Now my father's upset, my mother's upset, and so is my father because he had invited his friends, and now I made him look bad. Stepdad of the year.
Dude, honestly, stepdad of the year. And it's a fart. It's a natural mechanism of humans. All of them,
And
whatever her
honestly,
dad's friends are probably old men farting silently anyway. Like,
exactly.
what?
Like, but honestly, what superhero is he? Because like to fart on demand.
On demand like
That's
that,
what I
like,
was gonna say. Because I was like,
how do you realize that you can do that?
yeah, too far on
What
demand. It's like I
exercise
feel like
are
that
you
could
doing?
I feel like that could have like led to other mishaps when you try
Worse
to
than the
fart on
bedwetting.
demand. Boy.
That's
Oh,
crazy to
nah,
me.
he is stepfather of the year for sure.
Honestly, that's so sweet of him. His mom's a bitch.
Yeah. If
Like,
that
why
was
would
my
he
mom,
care?
like if I would have farted my mom would have started laughing. So it's interesting.
Exactly.
But I do know people that are like hardcore, like, oh my God, that was so
But not even
disrespectful.
the fart thing, but like her trying to like bring up the story of the child wetting the bed when like
Oh
they
yeah.
were she was asked specifically not to mention that. Like speaking of pee, she would have been potatoes in the mouth immediately.
Yeah,
Just
listen. Or even like her
should have,
laughing at the word traumatizze. It's like
yeah, like what's wrong with
Classic
you?
old people thing.
it's a very old people thing. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Boy.
traumatized me. What the hell? Yeah, I thought that one was really funny because like that is a stepdad right there, and I don't know how
Listen,
you pull a fart out your ass like
l-
that, but
you know what? That's exactly what he did. He literally
really,
pulled a fart
Fart
out
out
of
of
his
his
ass.
ass, literally.
That's mad. And I love that for us.
so crazy.
Thank
Oh
you for
man,
that. I
that was
appreciate that.
That was a good one.
It really was. None of these people seem, well, not besides Homeboy and Homeboy.
Yeah.
If you have to ask
yeah.
if he's the asshole, clearly you're not. I know
No,
anytime I have to
it's
ask if I'm the asshole, I am being assy.
oh god. I feel like the people are gaslighting them into thinking they're assholes for like either defending something or being upset for something that they should be upset for or
Mm-hmm.
reacting in a way that like maybe the other person seems like it's too much. But I'm like, you can't demand what my reaction will be to your fuck up. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
don't be insane.
nonsense.
Actually,
Damn
right?
right.
So yeah, like I
Damn
feel like
right.
people aren't really assholes unless they like
Yeah.
a lot of people just like really go out and be like, hey, I'm just gonna be an asshole or they're an asshole and that's just what it is.
More
It
than
is what it
anything, it's
is.
showing like how the other people are entitled the most.
Yeah, to your reaction and feelings. Like, how dare
Yeah.
you? Are you crazy? Are you mad?
Anybody have any more? I have a couple more I could share.
I have two more.
You want to go, Jizzy?
Yeah, it's not as
You're on mute,
juicy.
Yance.
It's not as juicy as the others. Okay. This one's not long either, but I'll still cut it down. Am I the asshole for not moving my wedding date for my best friend? My best friend is getting married April next year, and my fiance and I are looking at May for our wedding date. She's trying to make us change the date so it suits her honeymoon plans, which she hasn't booked yet. We have found a venue we love, but have limited options in terms of date availabilities. She said that she doesn't want to go back to work before going to on her honeymoon. And if we had the wedding on May 3rd, then they would need to go back to work for a week and come to our wedding and then go on their honeymoon. For context, I've told her as much as I would absolutely love her to be there, I don't want her putting the honeymoon on hold for us, and told her to go and book it. Weddings are important, but I hate that she's trying to guilt me into moving the date just to suit her. I also said that I value our friendship and wouldn't think that she's a terrible friend for missing our wedding. She said if we do go with the May date, it will be very frustrating and puts them out a lot. And asked to work with her on a hen's date, as she has three weddings and three hens between February and April. Is Rose stuck? Or
Yes.
okay. Wow.
Keep going.
Please screenshot that. Damn.
Oh, it wasn't
I've
me that was frozen, right? She was.
You were.
No, you were frozen, babes.
You have to start. Me?
You
Yeah.
were frozen.
You were frozen like this.
Mm-hmm.
I hate this episode already.
Yeah, so I think where you heard up to, Ro?
I can't even tell you. Just go. I'll say this one.
All right. So she didn't want to go back to work before going on her honeymoon. And so she wanted us to use a specific date. For context, I told her as much as I would absolutely love her to be here, I don't want her putting off her whole honeymoon on hold for us. And I told her to go and book it. Weddings are important, but I hate that she's trying to guilt me into moving the date just to suit her. I also said that I value our friendship and won't think she's a terrible person for missing our wedding. She said if we do go with the May date, it's extremely frustrating and puts them out a lot, and asked to work with her on a hen's date, as she has three weddings and three hens between February and April. I've spoken to family about it, and the common feedback I've gotten is that it's our day and we need to know what we want. But I'm feeling guilty. I'm Izzy as well.
Nope.
No.
Definitely not.
Again,
Definitely
weddings are
not.
hard to plan in general. If you find a venue that you really love and there's dates, just do it.
Yeah, and if people
You
can't
can't
make it, they
please
can't make
everybody.
it. I mean, I don't think and especially if she's telling her best friend, like, nah, is actually okay.
Yeah.
No.
Like, it's fine.
also
I
cheaper.
understand.
It's cheaper when people can't make it. Great.
Yeah, if anything,
place-
spend the money on doing a special maid of honor outside of the wedding photo shoot with me, because you have your shit to do. Like, we big. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Do we curse on this? Yes, we do, right?
Yes, we do.
I mean,
I've been dropping F-bombs.
I've been dumping
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, so no, like that. I got annoyed when I read it because I was like, sis, you're not even fighting. Like, your friend is saying, nah, go through, handle your business. We'll do this another
Yeah.
time. Like, we'll take pictures. We could have now I have to do my bachelorette party around your other three bachelorette party. How much you want? How much you want?
But also her reasoning for the wedding to move the date is also just like, okay. Like
You
don't
want to
come
go back to
early to work. Okay.
Yeah. She
So
basically wanted
you
to
should
do the
have
wedding.
like the perfect, yeah,
Yeah, the honeymoon right
Exactly.
after. But
which is fine, but a lot of people don't do that. Like you can literally do like just a hotel
yeah.
and like have that time. But like
No, but also
you're asking me to
listen,
change my stuff for your stuff at that
and
point.
I'm telling you, it's okay. Go to your honeymoon, babes.
Well, I mean, I love that she wants to be a part of it, but like if you want to be a part of
Yeah.
it, at least work
Work
hard
with
for it.
me.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, you're telling me to change it, and it's so frustrating because you have so much to do. I also have a
Yeah.
lot to do, and I am actually saying
Exactly.
that it's okay, babes. Like, do what you have to do. I don't like it.
Exactly.
It
I
annoyed
feel like
me.
people have a lot of demands when it comes to your wedding, and I'm just like,
Oh, it's insane.
I was
So
gonna ask you, but
insane.
there you go answering.
It's so crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But all right.
Thankfully, my friends who've been married and that I was able to attend their wedding for, the most they asked me for was to put a piece of hair in my existing hair. I was not happy about any of it. But now they can't tell me shit because I'm a Rasta man.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Very
Um,
well.
No, you very well nothing, eh? Okay, if you get married and you tell me to put on a wig, I cough in the face.
I don't know how I feel about telling people what to do with their hair for if you're
You
gonna be
can't
like
Oh
my
my God.
bridesmaids, you know?
What B was like the best bride
Yes.
ever.
Yes.
I mean, B, what did you ask us to do? Just wear purple?
Yeah, I just said a specific shade, but then like,
And she was
and
like,
it worked out so
whatever style I
great
get.
because like everybody had on something different, and like the compliments I got on like what you guys are wearing, they're like it literally looked like a catwalk
Yeah, they
It
would
because
was
like
tell.
the
cute,
because
yeah.
every outfit was just so different, right? Like
Yeah.
from Mega to like every like I think Gordy was the last one to walk in, but it
Mhm.
was just it
And we
worked
like
out.
all wore like the same purple. It was literally the same purple of the first
Yeah.
that we got.
Because it's like I can't understand like you ask somebody to first do something for you, right? And like you can't ask them to then be uncomfortable, right? So if you're telling somebody to do their hair a certain way, first of all, everybody has different texture of hair, and you want them to also feel good that day as well. So that's why I was like, I wasn't really picky. I was just like, pick your dress. I got hair and makeup, and you just tell whatever, however you want your hair and makeup done, just tell them. But I just couldn't understand that. And I've seen that. I've been part of that too, where they're like, you need to wear your hair like on the side and a pony. And I'm like, what? Like, it's just nuts. It's just crazy. So everybody
Yeah,
knows how what
my
looks
friends,
best on
like
them.
when Vivian got married in Jamaica, Vivian is Rohan's biggest fan, and you know, yeah, hi Viv.
What up, bestie?
Um, when she got married, she did have an idea of what she wanted us to look like. She had a particular color as well. And so she found a site that had many dresses in the exact same color, different styles and stuff. You could have gone whichever one you could afford, whichever one, whichever style you liked. And but she had the hairstyle thing. It was just a hairstyle. I just needed to fill my bun with hair. And in Trinidad, I think my last friend who got married in Trinidad, Michelle, she also wanted a particular color, but the dress were wrap dresses, so you could wrap it any way you want. I actually have no idea where that dress is
Ooh.
now. I have to go look for that. I think I liked it. So you just wrap the dress however you wanted it. It was different styles again. Real cute. Did I have to put hair in for that? I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, and the other weddings, they gave us dresses, and the dresses weren't bad dresses. They were nice dresses and stuff. Not too many demands, you know.
Yeah.
But this particular thing, and you have to be. I've heard am I the asshole stories for they want you to lose weight to walk in the
I've
wedding.
seen that.
Um, you can't wear certain things, and you can't speak in a certain way, and they don't want you to talk because you tend to take the shine. And I'm like, the most I'm going to
You're not
ask
my
y'all to
friend.
do,
Yeah.
the most I'm going to ask y'all to do for my wedding in 2025 is sneakers. That's it.
Wearing heels.
I'm
No,
not wearing sneakers.
no, well, then all they don't come in, all they can stand up outside.
I'll wear sneakers. I don't
That's
mind.
it.
Just like the
You can make
funeral,
sneakers
like
look really good with dresses, depending on the type of sneaker.
So, but I'm wearing heels.
you're not
My legs
coming
are too
then.
short for that. I have to wear heels.
You have looked very cute in sneakers before. You can do it. Like you can wear boots, Rohan. You can wear
I don't think I've
boots.
ever seen Rohan wear
Oh, okay.
sneakers.
The
I
fuck?
barely ever carnival Monday,
Oh yeah. Okay.
if
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
And then the one time she wore sneakers, Amy Rel rinsed her out for it. So
and Sabrina, like I wore those sneakers when I didn't see Sabrina that day, did I? No. I wore heels, I wore boots each time I saw Sabrina in New York. Because I was like, I can't wear those shoes. I can't take the embarrassment again. I couldn't.
Not you afraid for Sabrina to embarrass you about your sneakers?
Yeah, because I mean, I think they're
Is it the same
comfortable,
sneakers
but I'm
though?
an old lady. Yes, I have one pair of sneakers right now. I have two, but the other one is like sparkly, and I wear it for like carnival thingies if I have to. But I wore for two carnivals already, so it's not wearing again. So that day not, guys. But I want sneaker. I'm supposed to work out in it whenever I do. However, it's a comfortable sneaker. You slip it on, slip it off.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
wear
not,
your
doesn't have
sneaker.
laces?
It's like a big drawers.
Oh,
You just
big draws, I did. She's got a big draws. Oh,
there was there was this tweet that I saw. It was so funny. A bridal party, a massive bridal party, and there's a girl on the end with her middle finger up in the photo, right? And I was like, so first of all, her hair was like Rihanna red. Remember when Rihanna went red? It was Rihanna red and in like a slick ponytail, right? My thing is, you know your friends. There's certain friends you have to tell to not to or not do things on your wedding day. I know if Giselle is a bridesmaid in my if wedding, it's if wedding. So it's, if bridesmaid. Relax, relax, relax. If there's a wedding and Giselle's a bridesmaid, I'd have to say, please do not make any gang signs in at least one or two of the group pictures. You gotta know your ratchet
and
friends.
please
That's
remove
my
your
ratchet friend.
sunglasses.
Please remove your sunglasses. Please don't do
You're
gang
asking too
signs.
much
So at
now.
least, no, you see, you had to give rules and regulations to some people.
Ah,
And
no sunglasses.
I know if my friend
Can
has
have
that
it.
level red hair, they're a little ratchet. So I know gang signs and shit are gonna come out of here. They're gonna come out.
This
I'm
bitch is
gonna
all
beg
like-
you, give me 2 pictures without it.
and then we'll do the funny ones.
And then we can do the funny ones, but give me 2. Give me 2 so the parents can see it, you know?
I'm not sure.
Bro.
There's a 2. Oh God.
Fine. I'm just mentally
I
preparing
wouldn't-
myself.
I wouldn't put no weave in your hair. Okay?
Like,
Don't put no
how you
weave
put
in your
in
hair.
weaving rasta hair? I do
You
not.
never see Chloe and Hallie's hair.
I doing that. I say rasta.
And they are rastas and they've had wefts in their hair.
Giselle,
Ayana's had wefts in her hair.
I've had whiffs.
I'm not talking about that. I'm a queen. You cannot put weave in rasta hair.
All right, well, see you on the second pew of the church.
Oh, Giselle not going to your wedding and you not going to hers because none of
Well,
y'all want to
very-
comply.
Yeah.
No, I'll
So we would-
comply. Listen, I promise.
Brethren, I will see you outside.
No
Huh?
problem. No, I'll be the
Very
one that
well.
drinking.
Very well.
By the time I reach the reception, I there, all of my friends getting married. Hey, girl, I could be the MC at least.
No,
No, that's fair. That is fair.
absolutely not.
You
That's
I
don't
will
fine.
want
freeze over first.
on that day. You
You're
don't
not
want
touching
Giselle.
on you touching on mic? Absolutely not, because
Not
you
on that
I
day.
mean,
come
bro,
Not
with
that
you're gonna
screenshots.
lose here at one point because at one point, each one of us is gonna end up touching the mic. I
Thank
don't know
you.
what to
No,
tell
touching
you.
that
I
mic.
don't know
Not
what
all
to
that,
tell
not
you.
all that.
I don't know
I
what
think
to
the
tell
rest
you.
of us
Once
can't
that
allow it.
once that rum hits or whatever, we
The
gonna
rest
touch
of
the
us
Well, you
mic.
know what?
So-
Speeches in the church. Speeches are in the church, and that's
That's
Oh,
not
honey,
fun.
we have the speeches in the church.
tell me.
Who does
tell me
speeches in
God
the church?
bless
You know,
me
people trying
and
to
go on your
be
way.
out real quick.
Wow. That's
Don't have a long
stupid. I don't even
ceremony.
know if I want to go.
Bro, you
Cause-
trust me to give a speech just because it's in the church?
Oh,
Well, I don't know.
see,
if you
I would
come-
abide by
you
the
come
laws
inside
of the church, but
We give thanks. We give thanks.
I have another one to read. Let
You
me
know,
see.
I'm still saying
Yeah.
everything.
I'm still upset about this. This I can be the MC. Can I be the MC at your wedding, Ayana?
Me? Of course.
No.
Of course, of course. I mean, where is it? Where really is it? Where is it?
That's it. That's I don't think I'd say anything at any of your
That's
weddings.
my man, them.
Man's Day.
Men's Day.
I mean, I don't like honestly, you see, you have to know your friends, right? You have to know your friends and you have to know your friend dynamics. No, Jizz at my wedding is not Jizz at Rohan's wedding. Those are two different people.
Yo,
The Jizz that's gonna MC for me, we cool, we good. The Jizz that's gonna MC for Rohan,
She gonna do too much. I will have to
She's
headlock
gonna-
her
First of
off the
all-
stage.
first of all,
I
first
will
of all,
have
first
to-
of all,
Mm-mm.
first of all, shut up. Secondly, the jizz at both of these girls' weddings is going to be in full tears. You
Very
understand?
true.
Because I will be so happy for
You're a
y'all.
softie.
And y'all need to know your friend properly. No, after I've had 4 margaritas and I start to take my job seriously, then is when you cannot let just be on the mic anymore.
with the
So you have to
jokes.
have a backup. Somebody to just take it away. However, y'all are free to speak at my wedding in 2025.
Great.
Say what you want.
I thought it was 2024.
No, 2025, babes. 2025.
2025,
I
babe.
also thought it was 2024.
It's been in 2025. It's been 2025.
Okay.
I give myself
Okay.
like a full
Year.
year of in it to win it.
I knew it was 2025. Jizz, did you give them the wrong date?
She
I
was
didn't give
saying
them the wrong date.
2024 for a specific person.
No, you had come home in 2024.
What?
Yeah, you
What?
had come back home in 2024.
But you're
Had
home
it?
now. I'm
Is it
confused.
2024 next year?
It's
Yeah,
next year.
yeah, right. Rohan in her mind has been giving an individual until 2024
Oh
to
no,
come
I'm
home.
talking about somebody
Oh.
else, not that person.
Oh, who
That
was
person come home.
that?
That person come home already. It's okay.
Okay, we have
Come
to speak
home
then.
to me.
Moving
Come
on.
home to me. Come
Um,
home to me. Yeah, yeah.
who I was 2024 in?
Our
I'm up to
singing
date.
friend.
I'm up to date. I'm up to date.
Our singing friend.
Ours?
hmm
Oh,
We need to edit this out.
no.
No, I just want to say his name. I mean, love him. She's also said this to him, but I mean, see no reason in calling his name. Okay, whenever I get there, I get there.
Okay.
It's okay.
Like our singing friend?
Yeah,
Or
Not-
ours?
not an artist
No,
man.
Did it? Yeah.
Let's
A singing friend.
guys,
we can-
y'all know we can text each other, right? We do have
We
a
can.
Oh yeah, my phone is literally just like right there.
No, but I'm enjoying the game though.
Oh, okay,
I'm not gonna
good.
check
Well,
it.
bye.
I'm not gonna check it. I'm not gonna check it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
I
check
want
it.
to know the answer. Y'all
I'll
keep
put it. I'll put it for
Put it
everybody else.
in, but I'll still try to guess. Can I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a singing friend. I'm a singing friend.
Well, how much money you promise that you marrying them?
No, I haven't promised anybody that I'll marry them.
This person was a performer for a show that you were
Okay.
doing.
Beautiful, right?
Too much.
Beautiful,
Sure.
beautiful voice.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. Haven't seen him for a while.
Yes, a friend of both of ours.
Okay. Yeah. Right. No.
That's the first time you said the date that you would get married. Good job.
Oh yeah. No, but I wasn't serious on that. But we always made plans for it though. Yeah, I'm a dog, but no. My actual wedding is gonna be in 2025. Sneakers, guys.
No.
Mhm. Patent pending. Everything pending. Everything pending.
I'd like to shop in heels, please.
I will be.
It makes my legs look better.
Babes,
Sneakers
okay,
make my
at
legs
some
look-
point, listen, we'll discuss it further, but at some point, there's going to be sneakers on your feet.
Ew.
Just
Thank
you
you.
can only have one of these things: my signature cartel performance or me in sneakers.
The
Ooh.
sneakers is what I want. I have multiple videos of the Cartel performance, various venues,
She's
VIP,
going for something better.
yeah,
than that.
backstage. I have seen it from everywhere you can see it in the stadium. Sneakers, babes. Thank you. Love you all so much.
Next story.
Next story.
I want to actually hear your guys' opinion on this one. So,
Ooh.
If it's a man hero,
Am I, they ask, if I'm firmly against my wife's decision to quit her job and move towards a soft life?
Yes.
I need to hear it now.
We need to
Yeah.
hear it. So 32 male and his wife, 30-year-old female, have been married for 5 years, together for 9. We attended the same uni. She was in computer sciences. I was more in data. This is relevant later on. We're also a child-free couple, and we split the chores and finances evenly as we both earn roughly the same. So household income is about 200K. My wife's job is stressful. She's an engineer and has to do a lot of coding. So many times I've seen her just get lost by herself trying to figure out what went wrong with her code that she couldn't solve. She also works long hours, spending 3 days in the office too. She suddenly announced today that she's going to be quitting her job to move towards a softer, feminine lifestyle. I couldn't get what she was trying to convey and asked her to clarify it to me. She has this whole ass plan of setting up a freelancer account that, although aligns with her field, is much simpler, means her income will be slashed to a tenth of what she earns, as she plans not to take too many assignments. I sense some anti-work vibes from this whatever soft life trend that's coming up. She says she feels burnt out and no longer wishes to be part of the hustle culture and wants to enjoy the finer things in life. She said she never got even a moment to think and stop to relish these things, and she no longer wants to spend her life in misery. She's been watching a lot of TikToks. I never thought it was serious, but she then started mentioning things like getting massages and getting nails done, doing a 10-step skincare routine day and night, undoubtedly something that'll be expensive. Explore different home scents. Explore color theory to change her wardrobe, investing in wine tasting, baking, and knitting, and a host of low effort yet luxury tastes. I've honestly never expected my wife to be so delusional. She does this whole explanation of how she wants to be the one taken care of and how I, as a provider, should take on the masculine role. She says she's okay with downgrading our lifestyle, which isn't even really a downgrade. We'll get to that in a second. And spending more time with chores. She loves deep cleaning and chores in general, finds it therapeutic. We currently live in an upscale apartment in the city. Her idea of downgrade is to move to an equally plush suburban home. She says it's fine since my job is work from home and I should be okay. The deal is I'm not okay with being the sole financial provider. I do not want to move places. I do not want our lifestyles to change. When I brought up the therapy, she told me she already in secret attended some online sessions, but didn't involve me because she wanted to make a judgment without being influenced by me. I see this sort of a betrayal, or am I reacting that she didn't think of including me in this massive change? Certainly told her I did not under any circumstance support this. She can easily find a job that isn't as stressful. I told her she needs to figure herself out and that TikTok isn't reality. How do we work this out, or am I just being the ass of not supporting her?
Yeah, boy, she's the asshole. She's
I don't
actually the
think he's
Lulu.
the
That is
asshole.
the Lululand. God damn.
I think
She is in TikTok.
she needed to speak to him about it. Wanting it is not the
Yeah.
problem. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking that, she made a decision that she was doing it so she knows how she's gonna keep up her end of the bar. Like that's where I was
Until
she said
he
take
got
on
to
the
the part
masculine
where
role.
I need to be taken care of. And then I was like, oh, TikTok got her. TikTok
Yeah.
got her
they
good.
got her under. My God.
Yeah, nah, I don't think he's the asshole for being upset about it. I mean, being open
It
to
doesn't
it
sound like
on
he's being upset. It sounds like he's being like
this,
reasonable and smart about it.
yeah, but, suggesting therapy, dog, it was a green flag for me
Yeah. And the
because
fact that
it
she did it
wasn't,
without it.
yeah,
That's a red flag for me because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, not the because yes, take therapy. However, like when it comes to a decision that's actually going to affect the both of us, I
that's it.
feel like it's a partnership, and you should at least you don't have to tell me that that's what it is, but just be like, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna do therapy. I want to figure some stuff out. After a while, we can do it together. I feel like letting the other person know is polite.
Yeah.
And it
You
also gives
know,
them a space to be understanding of anything that you might be going through, even though they don't know exactly what it is yet. You just be
Exactly.
like,
So like
I'm
there's
going through
separation.
some things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
You
think
can
she
I don't
could have
think
brought
so.
up like
your job.
I can
You're
understand
you're
that.
muted, babes.
Oh shucks. Am I? Oh, I thought I was.
Not
Alright.
she.
I get
Sorry.
it. Sorry, I was saying I don't think she needs to say that she's going to therapy. Like if it is that at any point you think you need that like outlet, that support for your mental health, fine. But if you're using it to make the decision, also that's fine. But you also can't make the decision and finalize the decision on your own. If it's something
Not
that's gonna
including him.
affect somebody else, like not like it's gonna affect him financially, one, but it's gonna affect him emotionally as well, because he don't want to feel like everything's on him.
Yeah.
That's like responsibility to just be like, no, I'm responsible for myself and this other human.
And
Right,
it's not
but
just
on top of
responsible for like
that,
life. It's it's the for your nail and your hair and your this and your that and like all your little things. Like you want to do color therapy, you want to get outfits, you want to buy new stuff. Like
Like
we
that's
and
do
not
that's
we do
all on
that.
matching.
his
That's
buck.
expensive. I know
That's all on
exactly.
his
That's
buck. Now, if she had go and change her wardrobe now when she had to work and start doing she and she nails, when she, she buy her trifecta of wigs now when she had to work. But she wanted to done that and then start to spend money. That's why I thought, like, initially, I thought she has a plan. She knows how much she has saved personally that she could put into this. Nah, 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 nah. And then I need to be taken care of. Just came and because I was with her. I was
Yeah.
with her.
I was with her until she said that, and I was like,
Yeah, I was with her. I was like, my girl is burnt out. She realizes she is worth more than what they are giving her at work.
mm-hmm.
I thought it was work related, guys.
like I feel
didn't
like
know
she
that.
could have just come up to him and be like, I'm burnt out. And it sounds like it would have been reasonable to be like, okay, that's good. I think it is the right direction to like quit.
Yeah.
But at least it
Not
gives him an
necessarily quit, but
idea.
maybe ask for a different like situation where it's like, okay, you're taking on less work at work. Like
Yeah.
is there a
So
possibility to move in a company like that?
yeah, no, definitely for those things, but at least including him in the conversation, so where he might even tell you quick, because I feel like because it's clear to him as he's saying it that he sees her being burnt out. He's seen her do the long hours, so he's like empathizing with her. But to just quit and not talk to your husband about it, that's just crazy. Because
That's
he might have just
mad.
said the same thing and could have just been like, okay, let's have you take a break for maybe a couple of months and then get back out into the work world where you want to enjoy it, but not be a TikTok influencer, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Like
No,
when
she
I
doesn't
was
want to be a
still
TikTok
working,
influencer.
listen,
She doesn't want to be
TikTok
that. She just
really
wants to
just
live the life
The
of
life of a
the
a
TikTok
TikTok,
life.
yeah, without the
yeah.
money coming in.
Like when I was still living with man, when I was down on your side in the south there, Ro, when I got fed up of the real estate agency, like I was like, no. When I stopped, I absolutely stopped. But I had to speak to him. I'm like, yo, listen, I cannot do this anymore. And I do not have anything to get. I don't have anything to fall back on, but it is messing with my fucking mental. So
Mm-hmm.
I have to do this. We just have to be prepared for it. And I'm doing this right around carnival time where everybody drinking plenty. So,
Ooh,
but I
yeah.
mean, thank the Lord because the Lord always provides and stuff. I got a job like right
Yeah.
after I left. So, and then I still had like little commissions coming in. So I didn't have like so much of a time that I was without a job that I couldn't make it. But I definitely had to have that conversation with him because we were living together and we may not have had like a whole bunch of different bills and shit to pay, but still that would have put a damper in what we are accustomed doing. I
Right.
had to have that conversation. You just can't quit your job and want to live a soft life. You know what a soft life is?
Honestly, I think it's a good it's a good thing to talk about soft life, but having a work balance. I feel like a lot of people are just like work, 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 and they find no time to actually give themselves a moment to have soft life or
Yeah.
whatever. And in my head, going into a pedicure or getting a massage or what, that doesn't like scream soft life to me. That's called taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like find balance and maybe like you wouldn't think that you need the soft life because your life is kind of balanced.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. Yep. I have coworkers who used to bring work home, and now
Oh,
they're not even trying to do soft life, they're just trying to enjoy life. So like
Yeah.
work is staying at
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
That's what it's
I'm
meant
a
to be. You're
big
not getting
advocate
paid
of
for those
that.
hours.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're freelance and you like get like paid for the hours that you're working, there's no reason to bring your work
Mhm.
at home or out with you. What the hell's wrong with you? Leave that
Biggest
shit,
advocate for that.
right?
Mm.
Shall we wrap up?
Yeah. I just
Like a
find
gift.
that a lot of these people are not assholes.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of them are
We
not
have fun too.
assholes. Yeah. We are two proper assholes, eh?
Yeah,
Assholes.
true.
But
Mm,
at the
sure.
end of the day, I find like, and also I genuinely think that if you're an asshole and you acknowledge that and you accept that, then all right. And if you're justified in your assholishness, but you accept that you're being an asshole, that's the part a lot of people can do.
You see,
I
the
just really have to call.
we assume and we associate being an asshole with being wrong. Sometimes, yes, you are the asshole, but you're not wrong either.
No wrong.
That's true. Very true.
Because you could easily say, you're right, but you don't have to be an ass about it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, you've been ass. You've been ass. But I live in that. I stop asking them girl and them. Now I ask, how am I wrong? Not am I wrong? The question literally these days is, how am I wrong for that? Because sometimes I genuinely cannot see. How am I wrong for that? How am I wrong for getting vexed in this particular instance? Maybe we should
There's
do a
always
how
find a
am I
blame to
wrong?
put on you.
Yes, thank you very much, Rohan. I appreciate it every time.
Keep you grounded.
And that's not a sarcastic thank you very much, it is a real thank you very much. Because honestly, sometimes I just don't know. And she's be like, well, Jiz, gee,
You
come
can be an
on.
asshole, it's fine, but at least recognize it.
Gee,
God
come
damn.
on. And my answer is usually fine, fine, okay, fine. Because I hear it and I understand it. And it's like, all right, fine, cool, whatever.
But she doesn't want to be salty about what she. I'm like, dog, you did it. You was wrong, but it's okay.
Fine.
Recognize
fine.
the wrong. I'm weak.
I'm okay. I know how to be the asshole a lot of the time, not all the time.
Man, fuck that. We are people who feel emotions and react to things. I don't know, fuck. Be an asshole if you have to be, but not all the time.
I'm trying to work on my
That's what it is.
reactions now. I've been steadily working on myself. Right now is the reaction part of things. I don't want to hang up the phone on nobody.
I can't. My reactions, you can tell on my face when I'm annoyed.
That's
It's
the
like when I
face.
sent y'all that eyebrow thing in the group chat or on Instagram, where it's like you're trying to, because my eyebrows are definitely permanently like this. And it's like, I think Daryl has come by to me and been like,
Oh,
I'm like, oh, I didn't
I was
realize.
You
like,
know who
what?
I
My
used to
brother did
have
that
to
to
do
me
that
too.
too? Sabrina.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
us mentions. I have literally go, stop it.
Yeah, the
Stop
eyebrows
it.
just be all over the place.
Bro, they just be telling on us.
Yeah, and that's we face. And that's how we did.
All right,
My.
ladies, this was fun
It was fun telling other people's stories.
and
We love
judging.
people's drama. And people's drama is delicious.
And it's
It is.
weird. It's so mad that they put this on the internet. But thank you for the entertainment.
Of
I
course,
appreciate that most.
And to our
What
listener
is
that
Who
sent one
asked
too.
you? Two.
And to
Why?
our
put my
listener
life
that
on
sent
Twitter?
that. Oh gosh, Twitter different. Well, not Twitter. You different.
Yeah, it's just sitting.
You different. You on Twitter is a vibe, but I can't join the Twitter. I really can't. Like I was go on every once in a while to bat with Rohan, but I don't know
Usually
if I let.
battle when I have somebody talking some shit. I'll be like, yo, I need somebody to roll through for this.
Reactivates Twitter. Respond to Damik. Who responded first? And just get the ball rolling on that. Nah, but yeah. Maybe we should do a how am I wrong segment. I have a lot of those. I have a lot of those. And
Well, we
based on
could
my
just call
history,
it a How is Jizz Wrong segment.
Mm, that's a
I'm gonna
good
write
one.
down my daily things and just I'll try not to use the school things because
Mm.
The school things wouldn't be how.
It's like, why are they wrong?
and they're wrong.
And they're wrong.
And
Would
they're wrong.
be, why do I have to be wrong about this?
Yeah.
That's funny. But thank you guys for joining us for Am I the Asshole? And if you would like to hear more of us talking about your things, please let us know in our DMs. That's the DMs for those who do not know. This has been Straight No Chaser with Bahar,
Yo.
Rohan,
Bye.
Yans, and me, Giselle. We are on Instagram at straightnochaser.podcast. And when you click the link in our bio, you will see everywhere that we stream on the YouTubes. If you want to see our faces, we have Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Where else again?
Wherever you get your podcasts. But
There we
also,
go.
remember to like and share and leave us a review. Please give us 5 stars on Apple Pods, and all of that helps to grow our network. So
Yes, please, and thank you. And if you have any suggestions of topics that we should touch, because we have a whole next year coming up very soon, God spare life, let us know so that we can know what you want to hear us speaking about. If you have questions too, throw them inside there as well.
and if you want to tell us your business,
Oh yeah,
It's
definitely.
it's
Don't
safe
don't
with us.
ask me
Don't worry, we
mine.
don't say
Don't
names.
ask me mine, but tell me yours.
You can ask me mine, it's fine. I just say what I want.
Thank you guys for
Bye.
watching. Bye.